Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gents, and welcome to another one of Big Red's Rants and Ramblings. And today, I don't have nothing to rant about. Well, I might rant a little bit, but I'm just going to ramble on. Today, I'm going to ramble about Memorial Day and why I feel it is important as a holiday. I mean, it's not a Hallmark holiday. You don't send cards, you don't send well wishes, you don't throw extravagant parties and have huge dinners. It's just a day of remembering our fallen soldiers in the United States, our fallen heroes, our fallen soldiers, warriors, heroes, people, men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for the United States to remain free. We're not the United States, home of the brave, land of the free. We're the United States, home of the brave, and free because of them. Without them, we could easily have been a communist country. If we were overrun by a communist country, we could have easily been taken over without our military and the men and women who have sacrificed their lives on the battlefield to ensure that you and I are free. This holiday was originally started after the Civil War in 1868, and it was originally called Decoration Day, and it was the day that people went out and decorated the tombstones of the fallen soldiers. And then eventually it was turned into Memorial Day. Now, some people confuse Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Two separate days. Veterans Day, we celebrate our living heroes, our living warriors, our living soldiers. Memorial Day is for those who have lost their lives and freely given their lives for their brothers in arms and the civilians back at home, so we could live free in a free country. I mean, granted, the U.S. isn't totally free. I mean, you have taxes, you have this, that, and the other, but you enjoy more liberties and freedoms than just about any other country in the world because of these young men and women. So just take a moment and be grateful that someone was willing to pay the ultimate sacrifice for your freedom. And here's where I'm going to start ranting. The other day, probably about 3-4 days ago, I was at my friend's t-shirt shop, and he's got two young ladies that work for him that call themselves graphic artists. Nowhere near close. But anyway, one of them said, "So what's Memorial Day?" And I was like, really? I think one's 20 and one's 19. And I'm like, really? They don't teach you this shit in school? Memorial Day is to celebrate the people who have fallen in battle to ensure your freedom. And she was like, "Oh, I don't care." I'm like, yeah, move to a communist country and see how much you care then. You know, these men and women gave their lives, put everything on the line, so you could dye your hair any oddball color you want. So you could pierce whatever part of your body you want. To ensure that you could eat whatever you want when you want. They allow me to make videos like this so you can watch them. They allow me the liberties to go to restaurants and do restaurant reviews, eat what I want, when I want, where I want, how I want, record it if I want, and I'm grateful for that. But this one girl that works for my friend, total fucking liberal fucktard. And God almighty, I'd love to see her try to survive in a fucking communist country. With that shit attitude she has, good Lord almighty. Should be in the firing squad. Bow, done. Anyway, enough of that. Enough attention drawn to her. But let's get back to these men and women who, just need to be honored. Let's take a moment of silence for these fallen warriors, fallen soldiers, fallen heroes that date back all the way to the Civil War when this holiday was originated. Hell, let's take it a step further. Let's go back to the American Revolution when our country was founded. Because without those warriors and those heroes, we might not even be a country. So let's take it a step back further to the American Revolution and those who lost their lives gaining freedom from Great Britain. So let's just take a moment of silence and, reflect on that for a little bit. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Put it on your fork and chew it for a little while. Let's have a moment of silence. So, there we have it. This has been Big Red for another Big Red's Rants and Ramblings. And over here, there's a subscription button. Well, no, it might, since I got my camera flipped over, it might be on this side because usually I don't film this way. So I'm going to assume it's on this side. There's a subscription button. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Next to it's a notification bell. Click that. And I suggest you click the notification bell on every YouTuber that you subscribe to's channel because you don't always get notified when your subscribed person puts out new content. So this will ensure that. Over here, thumbs up, thumbs down, pop, pop, pop. Hit me with one. It doesn't matter which. I got thick skin and I can take either one. We like these better. In the middle, there's a description box. Open it up. There's a wealth of knowledge in there. There's a description to this video, as well as links to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. There's a link to where you can now purchase Big Red Show t-shirts, and you can also find a link to my PayPal if you want to sponsor a video, sponsor a meal, sponsor me getting new editing equipment, camera equipment, so on and so forth. Know that you don't have to, but that's what it's there for if you freely choose to do so. Also, below that, comment section, type me out a comment. I'll type you one back. Show me yours and I'll show you mine. And as always, tell your ma, tell your pa, tell your greasy grandma, tell your pets if you have some. I got one. Let's see. Come here, kitty girl. Oh, look at all this cuteness. Say hello, peoples. Just show them how you've been getting down with Big Red, because maybe they'd want to get down with Big Red too. In this cornucopia of wackiness that we call the Big Red Show. And check out all my other videos. This is the only video that I do that does not involve food. All my other ones are cooking or eating related. Check those out. You might enjoy them as well. And until next time, why can't we all just love one another and get along? I'll see you guys next time when I have something else on my mind. I'm out.